Welcome to Medill Sports Talk, where we break down the news this week for the sports you love. I'm Rosen, here to talk NBA. Today I'm joined by my girl, Alexis Culmer, and the member of this panel who took the longest to get ready this morning, Richard Foster-Shelton. Guys, let's break down these all-star teams. Team captains LeBron James and Stephen Curry chose their squads yesterday, a historic moment marking the departure from the East-West format. While I think we all wish that this playground-style draft had been televised, there's still plenty for us to talk about. Alexis, it really seems like LeBron went all in on the entertainment value of his team. What are you most excited about when watching the King?
I'm most excited about reunions. Seeing LeBron and Kyrie on the same team together, seeing KD and Russ back on the same team together. I just think watching them interact during the game, during timeouts and stuff is going to be super fun to watch as a fan. So I'm ready for those reunions.
Rich, do you think Team Curry has a shot?
Oh, most definitely. Curry said that he picked his team based off the fact that D'Antoni is likely to be the head coach of the team. So he picked a lot of shooters that are willing to spread the floor and really open up the floor, take a lot of threes. We might even see a new record for all-star threes, in the all-star game.
I believe it. Going through this year's All-Stars, I couldn't help but think that there were some big names missing. Between Chris Paul, Paul George, and Lou Williams, it seems like the Western Conference and its players might have gotten snubbed this year. Rich, if you were the GM of one of these All-Star teams, who would you give away and who would you pick up when thinking about these All-Star free agents?
Well, when you look at the rosters, it seems that Al Horford, he just doesn't fit in. His game's not flashy enough for an exhibition like this. If I were to replace him, I would put in Andre Drummond. You know, he's having a career year. He's leading the league in rebounds. He's increased his free throw shooting percentage, and he's making an impact on the defensive end.
Alexis, who are you dropping? Who are you picking up?
I am also going to drop Al Horford. He just doesn't have that spicy play you want to see in the All-Star game. So I'm going to bring in Lou Will, and it'll be his first All-Star game. And I just think watching a guy like Lou Will at his first All-Star game would just be something amazing to watch.
I agree. Guys, the All-Star game almost feels like an interruption to what has been the most competitive and exciting regular season that we've seen in years. While a Cavs-Warriors rematch seemed almost certain a few months ago, it's clear that both teams will have to fight their way into the finals this season. Alexis, I'm going to go to you first. Which team in the East is most likely to dethrone LeBron and the Cavs?
So in the East, I think it's definitely going to be the Boston Celtics. They're number one in defensive efficiency. The Cavs are dead last in defensive efficiency. And the Cavs are just an older team. So to see them go up against the young Boston Celtics, I think it's going to be a really tough matchup for them. But in the end, the Celtics are going to come out on top.
Rich, how about you? Which team in the West could dethrone the Warriors?
Well, a lot of noise has been made about the Rockets, you know, their improvement, their addition of Chris Paul. I know this is going to hurt you, but I think that the Thunder have the best chance at dethroning the Warriors. They're 7-0 over their last 7 games. They're 4-0 against the Cavaliers, the Warriors, the Raptors, and the Rockets. They play up to competition, and in the playoffs, they have the star power where it really counts, where you're shrinking those rotations, and I think they're going to pull it off.
That felt personal, but I'll take it. Before we end this segment, guys, indulge me a little bit by cooling down with a quick shoot-around. Each of you will get a chance to answer the next 4 questions as quickly as possible. You ready?
Ready.
Born ready.
All right, let's get going. Guys, I'll start with you, Alexis, actually. Which player was picked last in this year's playground draft?
I think it's definitely Al Horford. I feel like everyone got to the last pick and was like, oh, Al's left. I'll take him.
There you go. What about you, Rich?
I think it was Kevin Love, actually. You know, he's having a lot of controversy around his name lately, and he's not having the most confident or the best year.
How did he end up on LeBron's team then?
Because LeBron had the last pick.
Fair.
PR move.
Good answer. Good PR for the Cavs, though, in theory, if they can get it back together. Or good PR for the old Cavs, given Kyrie's going to be with them, too. Hashtag bring back the old Cavs. Guys, next question. Richard, what is the most underrated plot line in this All-Star weekend?
All right, so this is for you conspiracy theorists out there. In the last 2 times that LeBron has left his team in free agency, it was to go join that year's All-Star Game MVP. In 2010, Dwayne Wade won the All-Star Game MVP, and then that summer, LeBron went to join him in Miami. In 2014, Kyrie Irving won the All-Star Game MVP, and that summer, LeBron went to join him in Cleveland. pay attention to who wins the All-Star Game MVP. That may give us a hint for where LeBron is going to choose his next playing destination.
So if LeBron himself wins the All-Star Game MVP, are you saying that LeBron's staying in Cleveland?
Maybe he'll go join the Cleveland Browns.
They could use an athlete like LeBron. I think we could all agree about that.
For sure.
All right, Alexis, what do you think?
My definitely lowest storyline will definitely have to be the Taco Bell Skills Challenge. Nothing gives me more joy than seeing like a big guy like Joel Embiid just like passing right through a Taco Bell taco, and I just think that's the funnest thing on Saturday night.
You're probably the only person that feels that way, but we'll
Standing
take
my
it.
ground.
We'll take it. All right, last question, and this one is my favorite. The Oscar nominees were announced this week. If each of you were to name one of these teams after an Oscar-nominated film, Richard, which would it be?
Well, going with Team Steph, I think that I would have to name them The Shape of Water. They obviously have the wettest jumpers in the league. I think everybody's just going to be making it rain.
Sounds like it's going to be pretty damp. Alexis, your turn.
For Team LeBron, I'm definitely going with Coco and the Oscar-nominated song "Remember Me," just because all those guys with all those reunions are going to be like singing "Remember Me" to each other.
Any other ideas about a potential film?
Well, definitely for the entire All-Star game, Phantom Thread, and we're going to have to keep a count as to how many jerseys are going to rip during the All-Star game.
All right, Rich, I'll toss it to you for one last film.
Maybe Get Out for LeBron's team. They have a lot of ball stoppers, and I think that everybody's just going to be waving for isolations all game.
All right, I got to add one more because before this segment, we were talking about why do we still vote for players based on their positions. You talked about Al Horford,
Yes.
big guys playing. I got to go with the post because it could be the last time we see players really duking it out down low. So thank you guys so much for joining me on this edition of the Quick Shootaround. Thank you. And that's all we have for this week. Thanks for joining us, and be sure to check out the other segments of episode 4 on our YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter at Medill Sports Talk. For my analysts and all of our crew, I'm Lauren Rosen. We'll see you next time on Medill Sports Talk.